esteemed guests. Sovereign of Nostria. Factory are to be. The forecast by Archmage capable in all his mighty wisdom. The skies shall be clear for the entirety of the coming week. The battle reserves are low. Shall be warm, and the flies shall be brought from number. The heavenly bodies shall grant a boon to your
The DuPont invited you here, didn't he? Don't let his debonair style fool you. He's very dangerous. Be careful around him.
DuPont seemed quite pleasant to me. Very friendly.
Never play cards with him. Not under any circumstance. I took the risk once. Gambled half my fortune away in a single night. That must be kin to Ulagi himself.
Understood.
Damn immigrants. So how much is there? Will it last a week?
They must have caught a traitor.
They should have gone after the bandits instead and protected the roads. What a mess.
Heard the new joke about the savior. Just like a knight from a painting. And the savior sees 3 fools from Gloucester who can't share a ball of yarn.
Worry not.
That's a lot of guards.
You, stay where you are. The way is open to Knights of the Guard only.
Councillor Monche sent me. Are you in charge of the guards?
The Guard's job is to catch pickpockets and keep the road clear of loiterers. I am a Knight of the Royal Guard. A search is underway. We received word that some traitors are holed up here. The same villains who conspired to attack the Batil gates. No one was found in the house or yard. I'm waiting on one more squad to report. They went to investigate the cellar. Strangely, I've had no word from them for quite a while.
Escort me to this bottomless cellar of yours at once.
Well, since the King's Counselor sent you, you may pass. My orders from the Legate of the Royal Guard, Horace, are to stay here.
Hello there! Can I have a few words with you?
As long as it really is just a few.
I can see you're a capable sort, and I bet you aren't afraid of getting in a pickle from time to time. I'm a wanderer, just like you. Gee, how rude. I forgot to introduce myself. The name's Dwayne. I'm a famous treasure hunter. Everyone's heard of me.
Famous treasure hunter, eh? Don't know the name.
That's because I'm a wanderer, as I said. I come from Mercelin. I've been plenty of places. Visiting the elves in Marion, sailing to Port LeGrand on a leer.
Ah, yes. A real hero's hero. But whatever could you need from my humble self?
It involves treasure, naturally. I know of a find that will make us both rich. After we fight a vicious monster for it, I mean. I discovered a cache of valuables, you see. A precious amulet and a pile of gold. But evil is a Logi, and his gifts as well. I was on my knees, gathering the gold into a sack, when a monster crawled out of the dark and took a piece out of my leg. I had to flee. I got away with my life and not much else. Now here's what I'm offering. Bring me the amulet, and I'll pay 5,000 coin for it. Quite a windfall, isn't it? Dwayne, the treasure hunter, knows where the money's at. Get me?
How come you've got so much money at your disposal if you left the gold back in those ruins?
Nothing gets by you, eh? I found a wealthy buyer for the amulet. Produce the amulet and I'll produce the money. Here, take this as a down payment. I can see you're trustworthy. How's the treasure hunting going? Have you defeated the monster and secured my precious amulet?
It's not that easy.
Well, let's hope the beast doesn't decide to eat it. Or whatever it is they do with treasure, those crazy nocturnal corpse eaters.
have no idea what we've been through.
What do we do now? Oh, you've been to Upper Marcella? Pray tell, haven't you seen them?
Who? Give me the specifics fast, before I get angry.
4 green-feathered Illyrian chicks. They're hard to miss. Okay, it's a really stupid story. I promised to deliver these chicks to the royal kitchen, but my useless son dropped the chicks' cage, and now they've scattered all over Marcella.
Some back-alley beggar is bound to have eaten them by now.
How can you say that? A single one of those chicks is worth more than a warhorse. I'll pay 50 gold pieces a head for those chicks if that's what it takes to get them back. I can't afford a breach of contract with the royal kitchen. My entire business depends on it.
And what about that blockhead son of yours who lost all the chicks?
I get nothing out of my son. He brought back an empty cage and now he won't say a word. Why don't you talk to him? Perhaps it would be easier for him to talk to a stranger than his own father.
Supposing I find 1 or 2 of these chicks, what then?
That means nothing good for me. My contract with the kitchen stipulates an exact number of birds. If I'm even 1 chick short, I'm done for.
Supposing I find 1 or 2...
That means nothing good for me.
All right, kid, you're going to answer my questions now. Unless you want more trouble, that is.
I've got plenty of that already. I'm no kid. My name is Andre.
I don't care what your name is. Where are the chicks?
Yeah, sure. I was taking him to the Citadel like my dad told me, but I didn't go there right away. All those steps and the heat and, well, I decided to grab a drink. Since I didn't have much coin, I headed for Lower Town. I had a sip, grabbed the cage, and was running back to the gate. It's always so crowded around there. I wasn't looking where I was going and slammed right into...
Right into what?
Not what. Who? It was Will Cutter himself. He knocked me clear across the street. I dropped the cage and the chicks just scattered in every direction. I've got no idea why he left me alive. He just took one of the chicks and said, "A parting gift." Then he put his boot to my ass and told me to go back to my dad. But please, don't tell. Dad don't let me touch the strong stuff. He'll slap me senseless.
What do we do now?
Supposing I find 1 or 2.
You have no idea what we've been through. No.
By the 9th element.
I wasn't expecting to find a healer mage here. Have you found the root of the trouble?
That's just the thing. I haven't.
I've performed rituals. I've engaged the aspect of a mystical vision. I've summoned a lesser spirit of stone. The spirit and I sniffed every inch of ground in and around the camp. There was nothing. Not a thing. No swamp curses, no necromantic plague, no putrefying pollen. Nothing. Why are you commoners bothering the mages? His wisdom, Archmage Cathorn himself summoned me all the way from Elir. And now what? It was nothing but a waste of time.
You speak like an expert in the death element. Who are you?
I am Remedius, senior healing mage of the Royal Mage Order. Strange you've never heard of me. Whom do I have the honor of addressing?
I am Catherine, Countess of Rigor. I am presently acting as a representative of Prince Adrian, investigating the Monpatri disaster.
Well, I have something to relate to the Prince's envoy. The famous writer Flavius was spotted wandering around the ruins near here, or so I was told. He's been struck by a very peculiar disease of the spirit. If I had the time, I'd search for him myself, but I do not. If you find Flavius, pray escort him to the magistrate. I will pay the sick fellow a visit as soon as I can.
What am I going to do with you, you silly thing? You were supposed to take out the trash, not bury yourself in it. How do we get you out, little piggy? Oh, you clay blockhead. What am I going to do with you, you silly thing? You were supposed to take out the trash, not bury yourself in it. How do we get you out, little piggy?
Where is Servan? Where could he have gone? What do you want? Directions to the old outpost? Arek, damn the blasted thing!
No, I'm just curious why you're so grumpy.
I have good reason to curse. The brigands from the old outpost haven't let us use Rickville Road for 2 whole months. We pay them a toll which gets higher and higher every day. We complain to the town guards, but the thieves haven't shifted an inch. My brother Servan decided to go negotiate with them. He said he'd try and drive down the price, so that we simple peasants could use the road once more and bring our goods to market.
What do you know of your naive brother's fate?
Nothing. Servan is gone. Disappeared for good. He might be dead by now, who knows? I wish someone would tell me his fate before I lose my mind with grief. I still hope to see him alive, but who knows what those wretches did with him. I still hope to see him alive. Where is Servan? Where could he have gone? Those guards. Indecent sons of...
Where are you going? Who taught you to drive, Wagi? Huh? Where are you going? I'm rolling along and you're rooted to the spot. Watch your tongue, pigsty. Don't be a smartass. Go back to Floster with your wisecracks. You just crossed the line without...
So many undead, and not a single necromancer? Highly unusual.
what do we do now?
How am I supposed to know?
You're the leader here.
All I know is it won't work without the crystal.
What do we do now?
How am I supposed to know?
You're the leader here.
All I know is it won't work without the crystal.
So, what do we do?
You tell me.
Well, let's plug in the old crystal. We still have it. What do we do now?
Are you in charge? What's going on here?
Damned if I know. That's exactly what I'm trying to figure out. We were trying to get this ancient piece of stone working again. We re-etched the levitation sigils, reversed the charge on the amalgam.
Could you please skip straight to the wandering undead?
Anyway, the water must flow, so we went through the protocol step by step. The final directive was to replace the energy crystal. That's when all this started, when we plugged the crystal into its slot. Next thing you know, the undead were stumbling about everywhere. They were after the crystal. The workmen scattered and took cover wherever they could. And now the crystal's gone. I think the undead took it back to their graveyard. But I'm not setting foot in there. So don't ask. We really must find that crystal, or the city's going to run out of water. We really must find...
Hey!
What do we do now?
How am I supposed to know?
I told you my godmother wasn't lying about the undead.
Calm down, Gelly. Nobody's chasing us. They're all back at the cemetery. Once Far and Kudlay mend the cart, we'll continue our journey.
Continue with what? Are you going to pull the cart? Because the horse has fled.
Ugh, you've always had a poisoned tongue. Far is going to bring a horse from the village.
Hey, Far, go get a horse. And make sure the skeletons don't eat you.
It looks as if those restless souls want the crystal to warm themselves. Something is awry in the underworld. Are you the keeper of this graveyard?
I am the guardian of this cemetery. I watch over the dead. My name is Sir Valiant.
There's no trace of necromancy here, meaning the dead must have risen on their own. How can that be?
In the gray world of the afterlife, the world's light shines no more. It was devoured somehow by something that is not death. The dead were terrified there, in the cold and the dark, and enraged by this great crime. That is why they sought the crystal.
No more world's light in the underworld. But up here, we can see it plain as day. Literally. Now what?
There used to be a mourner's statue here. It guarded the world of the living from those forbidden to pass, but an unworthy one came. A thief. A thief called Garrett. He removed the soul seal. Then I could hold back the dead no more. They broke loose and stole the crystal, and now they feed upon it.
I think I understand. How can we fix this?
If you return the soul seal, I shall resume my vigil and keep the dead in their rightful domain. But if you return the crystal to its former place, the dead warriors will rise again.
Where else does one find a thief in possession of a rare artifact? If not in the local brigand den. I've encountered many a ghost and spirit in my time, and every one has a story. Why did you remain in the land of the living?
I used to be in the guard. I swore allegiance to the crown. That year, the king went on a crusade, and I stayed back at the capital. I longed to see my son, who was about to be born. But as ill luck would have it, a sorcerer found a way to control the troll hordes. Suddenly, they started raiding the suburbs of Marcella. I was killed in that battle. I died as a knight. Now I continue my service to atone for not following my king.
I've encountered many a ghost.
I told you my godmother was...
Tell me, are there any wealthy knights around these parts whose retinues I might join?
What can you do?
I know siegecraft.
Ah, Labian's Crusade. My very favorite part of history.
He'll be no crossbowman, just a danger to your fellow man.
Just bear in mind, anytime you ride this elevator might be your last.
Is that a threat?
Don't be absurd. It was just a friendly warning. My golem's control tablet is almost worn out. When it's completely done, the elevator will just stop. Then everyone will have to take the long way around, by road.
So make a new tablet. Is everyone here so lazy?
I can't run off to find a new tablet and leave the elevator unattended. Who would collect the fee? Do you see those two mercenaries? They're just waiting for a chance of a free ride. Not everyone has the royal treasury paying for their elevator rides. Jackard's workshop is very close. He's mining clay just outside Marcella. We have an arrangement with the workshop. They get a discount on rides. I get free tablets.
Tell me, are there any wealthy knights around these parts whose retinues I might join?
What can you do?
I know siegecraft. I've served both as a...
Try to learn quickly, he'll be no crossbowman, just a danger to your fellow man.
I'm telling you, that's the truth. Banks gathered up all the bull innards and fashioned them into a balloon, filled the balloon with hot air, and flew up and away, off into the sky, away from the plague and thieving men.
Nonsense.
I'm telling you, that's what the one-eyed fox told me.
Oh, he'll say anything. Yeah, just go on and keep listening to that liar.
Then how come Banks ain't around?
Where are you going? Who taught you to drive?
Where is Servant? Where could he have gone?
Stop, you stupid lump of clay. Did you just break the press again?
Where on earth did that Ada get to now? Have you seen my apprentice?
Do you think I came here to search for your apprentice?
What's the point? She may be a smart girl, but having her run errands is an exercise in futility. I sent her to fetch my cane from Tabor, a trader in Marcella's lower marketplace. I'd have gone myself, but my leg is killing me. I'm good for nothing but sitting on this stool and watching over the workers. We're barely getting anything done.
What is it you do here? Some kind of sorcery?
We make golems. As you can see, we do it all. Mine the clay, craft the bodies, and print the command tablets. And without a cane, I'm already sick of talking about it.
How are things, brother?
Could be better. What with the war in Lorien, that blasted mob seized the port. Borders are closed now.
Stop, you stupid lump of clay. Did you just break the press again? Yes, you broke it again with your huge, stupid hands. Breaking an oak lever is nothing for you. You can break 100 a day. Stop, you stupid lump of clay. Did you just break the press again?
You have no idea what we've been through.
No entry. Order of the Royal Council.
Why?
Vegetables, fresh vegetables.
There are only a handful of these artifacts in the world.
What do we do now?
What did you
say it's made of?
They must have caught a trade. They should have gone up.
Do you have an iron cane for Jackard?
Did he now? Well, I've been waiting for that wretched Ada since forever. I suppose the girls disappeared again, and he sent you instead. Well, the cane's over there by the counter. Take it, and tell Jackard this one's cast from a stronger alloy than the last. He loves to complain, you see.
Wow. This cane feels more like a dwarven warhammer. I've seen them wield those things.
Yes, I agree.
ヤーペーオエンツェルイー。
What does everything else cost? If a single chick goes for 50 gold.
Glad to meet you, friends. Have you been here long? Are you looking for work? Not a word of truth anywhere. Blasted pen pushers on every side. Maybe you could help me, eh?
Are you talking to me?
I have traveled long roads and worn my boots thin to uncover the truth about the village of Parnack. And what do I find upon my arrival? The Chancery won't let me in. They call me a tramp. Yes, my ancestors used to live in the Albion Highlands. On the orders of the king of that time, they assisted in the construction of the fortress of Crucis. In recompense for these services, the king bequeathed us the lands in the vicinity of Marcella. We built the village of Parnack right under the hill upon which the Mage's Tower stands today.
Ulagi, I feel I have aged 10 years in the telling of this tale. Can we get to the end now?
My people lived happily there for many years, until a horrible pestilence struck. Our neighbors from Rickville envied us, you see, and hexed the village. I have no doubt it was their doing. We were forced to abandon Parnack, and many of us didn't survive the journey. But unlike the others, I still hope to return. I've been searching for the truth hither and yon, but I found nothing yet. They gave me a device at the Mage Factory. It looks like a child's rattlebox. I'm supposed to walk around the hexed places with it, but I'm terrified of going back there. If only some adventurer could help me. What about you? I'll pay, of course. I'll be in the tavern just a few steps from the Mage's Tower. Take the device, please. I'm going to have a little chat with some old friends and head for the tavern. Will you join me?
Old friends? Do you mean those guys?
They used to be my neighbors, back in Parnack. After the pestilence, a lot of villagers went south to try their fortune. Others moved to Rickville, but some came to this place. But they told me they can't find work. Oh, if only Parnack was habitable again. I'm going to have a...
Beauty of beauties, you've stolen my heart. Would you...
What are you doing here? Why are the floors still dirty?
It's not my fault, my lady.
Actually, on horseback.
On horseback? That can easily be arranged.
Be wary and be vigilant, for these virtues go hand in hand. Keep your family safe, for death by plague is long and full of suffering.
We replaced the crystal, but the mana's draining away. What are we doing wrong?
Tastes like chicken.
Is it a problem with the sigils?
I don't think so. It's like...
Ouch!
Who's that?
And are decisive. Seek new knowledge and unbreakable secrets.
This is the capital of Nostria.
They must have caught a traitor.
What do we do now?
They should have gone after the bandits
heard the new
instead.
joke
Protected- And the Savior sees 3 fools from Gloucester who can't share a ball of yarn.
Worry not.
Says the Savior.
Where one have 3, and then
Quit that cheating,
Wait,
you
is
green
that a
freak.
chick in that barrel?
Stupid chicken.
Hey you, townsman. What is that sound coming from that barrel? Cheap, 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 I think it is.
A green chick. They're supposed to be worth a bundle. What do you care?
I care because a merchant named Gallon is missing a few of these rare chicks. And I've been tasked to find them.
You're working for Gallon. That pathetic excuse for a cook. Is he paying you in stew? Tell him his son insulted me. Me, Will Cutter, the pup, ran full into me. If I'd have been holding a drink, I might have spilled it. I took the chick as payment for his bad manners.
You're one bold brute.
One more word, and you'll wake up face down in a ditch, dead. And no one will touch me either. You want to know why? Ask Centurion Prim, if he's got time to waste on a nobody like you. I told you to get lost, didn't I? I told you to get lost, didn't I?
Just do it, Pops. Take the goods and we're done here.
Bludgeon doesn't need no dirty wares.
The lower town. Both figuratively and literally.
What about the seats? They're clean? Cleaner than a prince's backside.
The rabble in this city are getting quite brazen. I barely stepped outside the palace when I was accosted by this rude fellow named Cutter. How long has it been this way?
Ever since the king was poisoned and his wise advisors and magistrates took over the country. Though he has his weaknesses, King Claudius is a very stern monarch. While he was in good health, people obeyed his every word, as if it were law, which in fact it is. Now everything is stuck. Every protocol and directive in question. The future vague.
Sure, you could place all your hopes in a good king. Or how about dealing with these problems yourself?
The last time I tried to deal with Cutter, I was almost sent to Crucis, on a charge of conspiracy to assassinate an assistant magistrate. Tweets, of course. So if you want to deal with a dog, find its master first. Do you see what I mean? But should something unfortunate happen to Cutter, none of the guards would see or hear anything about it. I certainly wouldn't shed any tears for him.
The damn vagabonds.
said give me a drink. Move it, move it!
Move it doesn't buy you a drink around here.
Hey, you. Do you even know anybody?
I know who I need to know.
Do you know Cutter? Hmm? I do.
Everybody in Lower Town knows him.
You know what I think when I look out from here?
Yes. What a beautiful view.
It is a beautiful view, but why did they take down? What if somebody attacks?
Somebody who? You didn't say
I said give me a drink. Move it, move it!
Move it doesn't buy you a drink around here.
Quit that cheeping, you green freak. Stupid chicken. I told you to get lost, didn't I?
Welcome to Marcella. Who's that?
In the name of His Royal Majesty, King Claudius, Sovereign of Austria.
Hey!
You must be Magistrate Tweet.
Ah, can it really be you? Everyone I know is talking about the wonderful trick you played at their Grand Assembly. Well done. Very well done indeed. I wonder where you found that elf. You looked every bit like a genuine scryer.
If that was a trick, then I'm Ulagi's mother. Your friend Cutter, though, seems quite fond of bad jokes.
What are you implying? I am blameless before the law.
Cutter, who calls himself your friend, refuses to give up a certain item I need. This Illyrian bird is worth more than that hard-headed thug entirely. On top of that, the chicken question was meant for the royal kitchen, and Prince Adrian in particular.
The chick is for Prince Adrian? Why, that changes everything. Of course, I don't want to deprive the prince of his meal. I'll take care of this misunderstanding in a jiffy. I'll send word to Cutter and explain everything. And let me get you something for your trouble. Just a moment. What have I got in my pockets? Here. This should reconcile us, and Prince Adrian will enjoy a hearty meal. Everyone is satisfied. We will resolve this before you find your way back to Lower Marcella, I assure you. You have the word of a magistrate on that. We will resolve this.
Loyal subjects of the King, in the name of His Royal Majesty, Sovereign of Austria.
Quit that cheeping, you green freak. So you're well connected, huh? A real bigwig. Damnation. The times we're living in. A nobody from nowhere arrives on the scene. And now an honest Marcellan has to dance to their tune.
Ugh, enough of your whining. Where's the chick?
It's right there. Take it. Just leave me alone. Do-gooders.
Hey, heard the new joke about the savior of Nostria?
We've heard all the savior jokes already.
It's the one with the cat in the dung pit.
They should have gone after the bandits instead and protected the roads.
Oh. Here are your chicks. The whole lot. The locals must be dim-witted. Or someone else would have caught them before I did.
Oh, my precious little chickies. My treasures. I thank you with all my heart. You saved me.
Saved you? 200 gold made it worthwhile.
You saved me. I will personally deliver the chicks to the Citadel tomorrow.
They must have caught a traitor.
They should have gone after the bandits.
There are only a handful of these artifacts in the world.
What did you say it's made of?
You have no idea what we've been through. No entry.
Stop, you stupid lump of clay. Did you just break the press again? Yes, you broke it again with your...
Get up, artisan. I have your new cane.
What am I gonna do with that? Do I look like I can carry an iron cane around all day? I've been using a special ointment to soothe my leg. I'm waiting for it to kick in right now. Get it? Kick in? Ha! That piece of iron is for the press that prints the clay tablets. The old one's broken. Be a dear. Help me with the rest. You'll see the groove from the cane right away. When the work starts up again, I'll make you golems like you've never seen.
The cane is the answer. Come on, you brainless clay statue, get to work. That cane's made of iron. It won't break or bend.
Yes! Now we can finally get to work. Our warehouse is full of blank golems because we weren't producing any command tablets.
It is precisely for the golems that I'm putting in all this effort. Are they for sale?
Of course, whether it's for spinning an elevator wheel, printing tablets, or for war. Any purpose you can think of.
You're Jackard. That young lady at the elevator needs a new tablet for her golem.
Yeah. Here, this one's new, made from reinforced clay. But however sturdy it is, Leto will break it again, I'm sure.
The cane is the answer. Come on,
doing? Who taught you to drive? What?
Tell me, are there any wealthy knights around these parts whose retinues I might join?
What can you do?
I know siegecraft. I've served both as a foot soldier.
A new tablet for my golem. What a great gift. Could it be that someone helped Jackard with his precious press? High time, I say.
What do you mean, someone? I fixed it. I hope my trip was not in vain, either. Jackard assured me that with this tablet, the elevator will be functioning immediately.
Oh, he's an expert at making promises. He promised ages ago to mark which end goes into the golem. Yeah, I know it can only go two ways, but it never seems to work until my third try.
Do you need help with that, too?
No, never mind. I'd better do it myself. Extra sturdy or not, these tablets are still quite fragile. Actually, I believe I'll wait for the current one to wear out completely, since now I have a spare. Go wherever you want. Up, down. That's it, actually. For the savior of Nostria, the ride is free.
Tell me, are there any wealthy knights around these parts whose retinues I might join?
What can you do?
I know siegecraft. I've served both as a foot soldier and an infantry.
There's one noble lord here, Farrar. He's hiring crossbowmen right now.
I don't know anything about crossbows, but how long does it take to learn?
Quite a while.
I don't know anything about crossbows, but how long does it take to learn?
Quite a while, unfortunately. If you try to learn quickly, he'll be no crossbowman. Just a danger to your fellow man.
Tell me, are there any wealthy knights around these parts whose retinues I might join?
What can you do?
I know siegecraft. I've served both as a foot soldier and an infantry. Tell me, are there any wealthy knights around these parts whose retinues I might join?
What can you do?
I know siegecraft. I've served both as a foot soldier and an infantryman.
There's one noble lord here, Farad. He's hiring crossbowmen right now.
I don't know anything about crossbows, but how long does it take to learn?
Quite a while, unfortunately. If you try to learn quickly, he'll be no crossbowman. Just a danger to your fellow man.
Tell me, are there any wealthy knights around these parts whose retinues I might join? What can you do?
Where are you going? Who taught you to drive?
Where is Servan? Where could he have gone?
You have no idea what we've been through.